leaving Maryland, going to West Virginia. And don't blink because Virginia is right around here, but we're not going to Virginia just yet. Shout out to Walmart in Hagerstown for a good night's stay and a good morning shop.
Yeah, also a shout out to the Cracker Barrel next door.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel. Yeah, we were going to check out the Cracker Barrel, but looked like parking opportunities were more ample at Walmart. So, yay. Thank you, Hagerstown, for being there for us.
Hello fellow RVers, this is Gary with Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. So where has freedom brought us this time? Well, we are in West Virginia at a city called, or town called Hedgesville. The campground we're at is a private campground called the Lazy A, thus written on top of the barn. But this is the Lazy A Campground. Like I said, it's a private park. The owners are a very nice couple. And we're going to give you a little tour of this park and let you see what it's all about.
Okay, our tour starts here, coming into Lazy A Campground. So the full hookup sites, there's only like 3, I believe, but they're behind us and we'll show you on our way out. But this is it. This is the campground right here. It has this awesome barn and this covered area, so they do have events here if you have a group that needs an event. They have a fire pit out for everyone to enjoy and a playground, and then all this open space. It did rain a little bit, so there's a few raindrops. So the campsites go as far as that last RV you see over there. And these campsites along here are along the creek. And I believe they're primitive. But as most parks, you don't pick your own site. They assign you a site. I guess perhaps you could negotiate. Here was a nice surprise. We did not know this is one of the amenities, but it is a dog park. And they have this nice shaded picnic table for you out here. Wonderful. So over here to the left is a lot of campsites. I do see an electric box, so there might be some electric sites over here.
Like 3.
And there's access to the creek. Very nice creek. Our dogs enjoyed playing in the creek.
You can swim in it.
Yeah, you can swim in it. Swim at your own risk, the signs say. Porta potty here. And then these sites are also along a creek, but it's a much smaller creek. It's like a feeder creek. And so they're all along here. 30 amp and water for the RV sites. No sewer and no 50 amp unless you get one of the full hookup sites. Basketball court, and they have these little cabins. Oh, let me show you first. The playground has a little house you can play in over there, but they have these little cabins you can rent. So no RV, there's your option right there. I read they sleep 5. And then this is bringing us around. Yeah, they do have pull-through sites. And there we are over there. We're at site number 5. There's another cabin, another site. Now if you look straight ahead, there is the bathhouse and the laundry room, and you just let them know when you need in the laundry room. And I wanted to show you this side also of the barn. So when you're coming up this road through this neighborhood, through this countryside, and you're like, are we at the right place? And you'll see this barn that has Lazy A painted on the roof. And you're like, yep, we're going the right way. Nice little gazebo right here. Here, that's a better view of it. Gazebo right there. I love this old farmhouse. It is really cool to look at. And straight across there you see the full hookup sites. The office is closed now, so you just go right to your site, but you can call. We did because we didn't know. And they're very nice young couple here. So this is leaving, but
there's a dump station.
yes, dump station's right over here. And the dumpster, which we're stopping at. If you look right back over here, that's where the full hookup sites are.
Head west on Cathy's Lane toward Back Creek Valley Road.
Now, if you want to know what there is to do around here, well, just a mere, what is it, like 50 minutes, we'll say 50 minutes. 50 minutes up the road is Harpers Ferry and several of the historic sites there. And that's where we're going. We went some yesterday and checked out the lower town of Harpers Ferry. And today we are headed to, I'm probably going to say it wrong, Boulevard area Heights. I think it's Boulevard Heights. And perhaps Murphy's Family Farm. There's some historic sites there to check out, and trails. Mostly checking out the history. So this is the entrance roads. You just come through this. You actually turn into elementary school down here. You just come up this road. Easy to find. Not far from I-81. And you'd say pretty easy to get here in a bigger rig.
So that was our tour of the Lazy A Campground. And as you can see, it's like a semicircle loop. Very nice people, very nice grass. In fact, I'm out here barefoot.
It's nice.
Yes, it is. Little green grass between your toes. The Verizon service here is poor. The Verizon service here, we're on roaming. We've got like 2, maybe 3 bars. It's just terrible. I don't know how the other carriers are, but the roaming, the Verizon here is not good. As far as hiking, they've got some little trails out around here. Walking trail, really. What would you think?
Yeah, it's a walking trail, along, and it goes along the creek in some areas. There's 2 little creeks here. Well, it's a larger creek, and then the small creek is like right behind us.
Right. And we showed you the playground, the horseshoe pit. They do have a laundry facility, a dump station. Now the creek, the main creek is over that way. There's a small creek behind us, but the main creek at this end of the campground, where the creek is, it's shallow, but you can go out there and like wade in it or sit in it. Probably be up to about your waist. Very nice. If you go down to the other end of like where the campers are at the far end, it's a little bit deeper down there. I actually saw a rope swing coming down from one of the trees. So I would say that end of the creek is possibly a little bit deeper for swimming. But there is swimming here at your own risk. The restrooms are nice and clean. Got some nice touches in there with black bath mats that you put down on the floors for your feet, and very nice people. Now, all that being said, and as you saw the tour of the campground, this is a campground that's a work in progress. These people have a lot of plans for more sites and upgrades to this, what used to be a family farm. So if you're coming here in the future, it may be changed a little bit. More stuff may have been added since this video. Okay, I would like to say that I almost went by it. We're on 30 amp service with water. So it's 30 amp with water at this part currently. If they upgrade it later on, I don't know, but all the down the line, it's like I said, 30 amp with service or primitive. There's some primitive on the other side that we showed you in the tour. All right, so I think we got all of it covered now. Verizon's poor, 30 amp with water, and a playground and a creek that you can swim in. And one other thing here that you can't really tour, but they've got a very old farmhouse that was actually been in their family for generations. It was back in the 1800s, right? 1800s yes. It was built. The single story, and then the two-story part was added a little bit later on. And currently it's not habitable, but it looks fine to look at it, and they're hoping that future generations may restore it. But it is still here since the 1800s, and it's a pretty cool old farmhouse. So I got one other thing, one more thing. I'm saying that this time. Main reason that we chose this campground is because we wanted to be close enough to Harpers Ferry, which is a destination point if you like Civil War, because Harpers Ferry was a key city in the Civil War. It changed hands multiple times. The Potomac and the Shenandoah River merged there, come together there, and there's battlegrounds all around Harpers Ferry. If you want to ride it in your car, you can go do what they call the auto tour of the battlegrounds around Harpers Ferry. So it's about a 50-minute drive from this location to get to Harpers Ferry. The Appalachian Trail also runs through Harpers Ferry, which made my wife ecstatic. Now, she's been there before, but it's been 13 years ago. I've never been there, so she wanted me to see it. So we spent 2 days there doing the battlefields, doing Harpers Ferry, having lunch, and we're going to show you some pics of that. And also in the future, I believe she's going to do a video of the excursions there. So I'm going to ask her now if there's anything that my feeble brain has forgotten.
I'm just happy you walked the Appalachian Trail with me. That was so awesome.
Yeah, I saw a shirt there that I wanted to buy. It says, "I have walked the entire width of the Appalachian Trail." So anyway.
But no, it's very nice. It is an easy drive from here.
Very easy drive.
And you go through if old towns and antiques and shops and whatnot is your bag. Charlestown is really cute. And I'm sure there's other little towns around here, but we drove through Charlestown and saw it.
Charlestown is big enough. There's a Walmart there. There's a lot of places in Charlestown.
Yeah.
It's not a small city.
No, it's not. No, but no, this is a very relaxing, peaceful place just out here in the midst of rolling green hills.
Yes. So I think that this is going to wrap it up.
With crickets.
Yeah. She's been enamored with the crickets.
They chirp morning, noon, and night. They never stop. Do you hear them?
I do hear them.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we're going to wrap this video up of Lazy A Campground here in West Virginia. So this is Gary. Sharon's behind the camera. Yep, sleeping. The dogs. So we like looking at freedom, even if it's Civil War freedom. We enjoyed looking at that and learning about that and seeing what took place back in those days, which made us where we are today. We took part of it, changing our course of history. Anyway, we hope to see you on the road. Safe travels. Take care.
But I like the crickets. I do like the crickets. Happiness is when you arrive at a new campground and you discover they have a brand new installed dog run that big dogs can play in too. Yay! Thank you, Lazy A Campground. Saturday afternoon in Ruff Road. Backpacking stuff. Tired dogs. And a little serenade by a ukulele.